Then we have Endgame, not to be confused with Marvel. Endgame is also a chess reference. It refers to literally a certain turning point in the game where checkmate becomes much more likely, much more inevitable, and it usually has to do with the loss of a certain number of pieces. There's not necessarily a fine line all the time that determines this is when the end game starts or not. But in this context, it is referring to, as we can see here, we have a rook and we have a bishop. We have a whole bunch of these alien ships, and the rook and the bishop are clearly not having a good day. As far as covers go, I do really like this one, being able to see the two pieces, and there actually is, this artwork extends out this way, and there's actually more ships that are off, which would essentially be on the back cover if this were a print book. And there will be a print version of this book eventually. So that will be made available in the near future. So you'll be able to see some of the extended versions of this artwork if you do get the print books. But overall, I do really like this one. Just there's enough action here. There's not too much going on. I think it's subtle enough in some respects. It's a good balance, I feel. We have now probably the best cover in the series so far. Excelsior. Again, this is not a Marvel reference. I realize Endgame and Excelsior back to back. You're probably thinking, Marvel. Excelsior, of course, being a common phrase that is associated with Marvel. But Excelsior is simply the name of a chess problem. This is named after another chess problem in which the only solution to the problem is to move your pawn, or a pawn rather, from its starting position all the way to promotion. That's the only solution to the chess problem, which can be easily overlooked. Excelsior, of course, means ever upward. That is what that word means. And kind of fitting that this follows after Endgame. Endgame implies that some bad stuff happens. Excelsior implies sort of like a phoenix rising from the ashes, and that is kind of what happens in this book in episode 7. Here, these are actually fighters that we see here being chased by this new looking alien ship, kind of spiky.